Bob Horsefield's A Ripping Material, Part 3. My head was banging, body aching, dry mouth and dark yellow piss. It was safe to say I was seriously hungover that afternoon. I was drinking alone the night before in my hotel room with a shower cap over the smoke detector. Money was not as much of a problem, so I was away from the grotty shitholes I was used to. I took a cab into town. Whilst looking out the window, I realised that people spend the entirety of their lives being controlled. Babies in prams, controlled by their parents. School children controlled by teachers. Everyday men and women controlled by employers. The politicians controlled by the bankers. The list could go on. Never again will I be controlled, I remember thinking to myself. I stopped the cab driver as soon as I see a pub that wasn't offering avocado lunches and locally brewed beer. This hangover needed to go. I quickly ordered up a double whiskey, then another. After a couple more, it hit me. I was controlled by alcohol, the same way my old dump of a car was fueled by diesel. Whether I wanted that to change or not, I could not tell at that exact moment. An hour later, I was still propping up the same bar, drinking at the same pace on an empty stomach, with the same desire for the Spanish waitress as I have for any woman when the fuel is fueling. A great man once sung, "Spanish is the loving tongue." I wanted to find out. Of course I didn't, but I certainly tried. I was just as controlled as the arse-licking employees are to their greedy fucking employers. A year had gone past since I was in London. I still had no phone, no contact with a familiar voice. I chose to live this way, to be a recluse from the places and people I knew. I had family, friends, but I was not the same as them. I never told them how to live, what to do and what not to do. Slow down, it's early. Maybe you should stop now. How about having a break from it? I didn't ask or need their advice. I don't trust people, I don't trust animals. Sun, wind and rain, now that's different. They can catch you out, but they're honest. The next pub was freezing. I didn't mind too much, as single malt warms my heart. Also my brain seems to enjoy it. The girl behind the jump stank of stow ale and looked like a scruffy pigeon. Small head, tiny legs, and a beer gut bigger than mine. She winked at me from across the bar and slid another 12-year-old straight down the length of the bar. That impressed me as it stopped right at my empty glass. "You from around here?" she asked, fluttering her lazy eye at me. "No babe, not round here." "So what brings you here?" "Scotch." "No, Bolton, I mean. I'm just passing." She was as boring as she looked. I don't do small talk. "Why are you so touchy?" I left, thinking about Lucy. I headed to the Dogs to bet on a couple that were mentioned whilst I was eavesdropping in the Greasy Spoon a couple of hours before. I still fucking smelt of a deep fat fryer. I thought of Scotland after sniffing my shirt. Maybe that's my next move. The cab driver really fancied a chat that evening. I politely told him to turn the radio up and concentrate on the road. A song came on and the bluesy voice sang the line, "Love left you nothing but all-consuming depression." That summed it all up. The first dog came in at 8-1. I put a ton on it. Chris Chase was his name. I lost about 100 in the next few races, but then the last race had my second dog running from my eavesdropping session. Winchester came first at 5-1. I was up £1,400. This job is easy. As I was queuing up to cash in, I looked to my left and I see a gift from God. If there was a God, then I was looking at his best pair of thighs he ever created, and she was looking right back at me. Maybe I should have cashed in and left, but she drew me in. Her eyes were like looking into the ocean on a sunny day. I felt I was in love again. Even after she took me back to a hotel room and I woke up with my winnings missing. So I was skint again, heartbroken from one night, one look into them eyes, on again, to Scotland.